This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Hey, Spaghetti Bowl drivers, you'll want to hear what the state is planning to do about one heavily traveled road nearby.
Plus, a bill is being discussed that could increase the speed limit on Silver State highways.
Ooh. And we follow up on a stabbing that left one man dead. Now there's been an arrest. Those stories top of your news right now, 4:30, Wednesday, March 11th, 2015. Good morning, I'm John Potter. Hope you slept well. Andy did not.
No.
Got up at 1 o'clock in the morning because
Dog woke me up and then couldn't get back to sleep.
dog heard something outside.
Scared me.
That was me. I
Oh.
was coming by, say hi.
To wake up!
Let's check Jeff. Good
Hi,
morning, Jeff. How are
Hey,
you?
John and Andy, good morning. It is very mild out there right now. We're
Yeah.
at 57 degrees. Andy, you were saying how warm it is. Yeah, it's very warm out there. Warm air advection, we call it. The storm system is upon us, and we will have some scattered showers out there today. High of 61 degrees. More on your forecast coming right up.
All right, in the news, big story here this morning. After several recent house burglaries, police have a description of the suspect who's doing it and are asking for you to be on the lookout.
Yeah, these are the things that keep you up at night. He's described as a person of interest in burglaries that happened in the Somerset area in Northwest Reno. And he's described as a black man in his 20s with a heavy build. There's a photograph. He was last seen wearing a black jacket with a white hoodie and blue jeans. Anyone with information is asked to contact Reno Police at 334-2144.
In a follow-up to a story we brought you Monday morning, Sparks police now have a man in custody accused of fatally stabbing his roommate. Yep, officers found the roommate stabbed at a home on Vista del Largo Court at about 3 a.m. He was taken to the hospital where he passed away. Investigators have arrested 65-year-old Harold Cordova in connection with the crime. There he is. He's been charged with open murder.
Meanwhile, the FBI is investigating a possible attack on a Reno Kentucky Fried Chicken. This happened on Monday. And take a look at our pinpoint map here. Investigators are looking into who might have thrown a container full of flammable liquid inside the restaurant at the corner of Audie and Silverado Boulevards. So far, the FBI have not confirmed whether the incident was an attempted bombing or who might be behind it.
You know, Monday we told you about a man arrested for burglarizing a home in South Reno. And this case in particular serves as a big reminder about the importance of neighborhood awareness.
Again, you know, we talked about the other guy in the first story who's still on the loose. So
Yeah.
Landon is actually in South Reno now to tell us a little bit more about how we can keep ourselves safe. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. With the help of neighbors, they were able to track down and capture the suspect, 51-year-old David Clemens, within 10 minutes of that first call. And this is just proof of the power of being aware.
Hopefully criminals that are watching this will know that, hey, don't go down to South Reno or anywhere in Reno, because the community is going to work with the police, and we're going to put people into jail because we're going to work together to clean up our town.
Yeah, if you see any suspicious activity in your neighborhood, police advise you to call a neighbor or the police department right away if anything is just out of the ordinary. Now, chasing a suspect like this case is not encouraged. Police would rather you be a great witness to tell them the direction that person went. Providing a description of the suspect, such as their weight, their race, or their height, is very, very critical. The more detail you give to officers, the better the outcome could be. But always be careful if you find yourself in these types of situations.
You don't know if they've got a knife, a gun, or any type of improvised weapon that they can turn on you if you do catch them, or if they get tired of running from you.
And we talked to neighbors in that South Reno neighborhood, hear what they had to say when it comes to their safety and if they feel more or less safe following this case. We have that story coming up this morning at 5 o'clock. Covering the story live from the Reno Police Department, Landon Miller, Channel 2 News.
All right, my man. You know, this is a good thing to bring up because the police will tell you that the one thing that brings the burglars out is good weather.
Oh, gosh.
They like it when it's,
And
look
it
at
is
the
nice
temperature
weather.
right now. It's 50.
Landon wasn't even wearing a jacket. That's how nice it is
I
outside.
know. So see how I did this into the weather?
Clever.
See? Burglars, weather. Jeff, toss it to
weather.
you, my man.
All right, great segue there. Good morning, John and Andy. Yeah, it is very mild out there this morning. 57 degrees right now as you head out the door this morning. Yesterday we were in the 30s and even some teens and 20s out there. So quite a contrast, a big change in our temperatures. Warm air advection is what we call it, getting some warm air coming in from the south ahead of this storm system that is upon us right now. The first band moving through right now, very light precipitation. Susanville, maybe a few light showers there moving up to the north here. And the blue areas you see, that's probably not even reaching the ground, mainly just these green areas that you see some light precipitation. The Bay Area picking up some light rain into Sacramento. So all of this will continue to head up into the mountains. Not really looking for any major accumulations here snow-wise. Could see some light snow up in the higher elevations. Snow levels could drop a little bit here through the morning hours, but look at the temperatures. They're just so warm out there. 45 in Lovelock, 49 in Fallon and South Lake Tahoe, 49 degrees, 57 here in Reno. So yeah, a mild start to your day. And we will see cloudy conditions throughout the day today with a few scattered showers continuing on and off throughout your Wednesday. And the second wave moves through by this afternoon, and we could see some more scattered showers out there. Best chances I think will be north of say I-80 and up around say Lassen, Plumas counties and up in the Sierra. So we'll talk more about that coming up. Wait till you see how warm it gets by this weekend. John and Andy, I'll have that for you in a few minutes. Have a great day. Back to you.
All right, 4:36 our time right now, and Safety Watch. If you have to drive the Spaghetti Bowl at rush hour, you know that a traffic jam can quickly form. It's that slow guy in the Buick. But anyway, it's become a particularly common problem just east of the Wells Avenue on-ramp. It's also a section of the road that the state now has its eye on for improvements. Traffic has tripled there in the past 30 years, and during rush hour, the number of cars actually exceeds what the Wells on-ramp was built to handle. Officials tell us they have made some improvements over the years, like adding an additional lane to an on-ramp there, and also adding traffic metering, but the congestion has resulted in a growing number of accidents there.
In a recent 3-year period, there were 15 of them on that ramp. A lot of them, unfortunately, were due to unsafe lane changes or speeding.
That's again the Wells Avenue on-ramp, and while studies are underway, there is no funding for changes right now. So their advice for now is live with it, pay attention, and give each other some space.
Well, the Nevada legislature is also considering a bill that would raise the maximum speed limit in Nevada from 75 to 85. Wow. The Senate Transportation Committee discussed Senate Bill 2 yesterday morning, and they're taking a look at the results in other states that have made similar changes. The Texas Department of Transportation reports that they saw actually a drop in fatality rates over 3 years after increasing the maximum speed limit to 80. Northern Nevadans we spoke to have mixed feelings.
I'm a dispatcher, so I deal with a lot of truck drivers, and they complain about the speed limits that being too low and stuff, so I think it would help them out.
People already drive pretty unsafe, and it'd probably just get worse with the speed limit.
So far, the Transportation Committee hasn't taken any action on the bill, and they will send it to a vote.
Could Nevada finally get its own state lottery? We will if one state assemblyman gets his constitutional amendment approved. You know, Nevada is one of just 6 states in America to not have a state lottery. Yesterday, Democratic Assemblyman Harvey Munford introduced H.R. 6. Its language would allow the state to create a lottery as long as the profits support public education and senior citizens. And the folks who support this say it would increase state revenue without adding a tax. But casino groups have historically opposed the idea. To become law, the resolution would need to be passed in 2 sessions and then okayed by voters in 2018.
The Assembly's Judiciary Committee is reviewing a bill that would exempt some criminals from landing on the sex offender registry. All right, how would this work? Republican Assemblywoman Michelle Fiore is sponsoring the bill, and she says existing laws mean that those caught urinating in public or exposing their backsides as a prank could face harsh, lifelong penalties. Instead, AB 208 would only require someone to register as a sex offender if convicted of a felony sex crime. Some police in Southern Nevada have raised concerns that those who expose themselves with malicious intent could still manage to stay off the registry.
And at Health Watch this morning, if you have not signed up for health insurance yet, Nevada Health Link is adding an enrollment period for those who will be fined by the IRS for not having insurance. The sign-up session will begin Sunday and last until April 30th. It's for individuals and families who did not have insurance in 2014 and have not signed up for 2015. Next year, the fee for not having health insurance will increase from $95 to $325. That's at a minimum. So enrolling now will save hundreds of dollars for many people. For more information on the special enrollment period, you can call that number there, 855-768-5465.
And looking to our community this morning, we do have a follow-up to a someone to know story. Young Emily Zimmerman battled brain cancer, and yesterday morning she got the surprise of a lifetime when her favorite princess, Anna, gave her a call.
I'm going to meet you soon, real soon. Would you like that? Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, so sweet. In front of 600 people at the Atlantis yesterday, the Make-A-Wish Foundation granted Emily's wish to meet Princess Anna at Disney World. Before heading to Florida, we talked to her dad about what this means to his family.
Her whole life was hospitals for a year and a half, and so now it's like, wow, she gets the royal treatment, doesn't have to be in the lonely world of hospitals anymore, and she deserves it.
Absolutely. The nonprofit grants wishes of children diagnosed with life-threatening medical conditions. Each Make-A-Wish costs about $5,000.
Most popular character now at Disneyland? Anna.
Princess Anna.
Yeah, they have a really good one there, too.
Oh, do
From
they?
what I hear, yeah. She looks just
from
like
Frozen.
the cartoon. I was once yelled at by a 5-year-old because I said Anna instead of Anna.
No. Yeah,
So
Anna.
I'm glad you read that story.
Phew.
I don't want emails from 5-year-olds.
Right. I know,
Yelling at
those
me.
sting.
Still to come at Channel 2 News this morning.